vote against fakery, tell the world that Oxford cares about what's real. Yes, I do appreciate the irony. It's coming from an alien in a bin.
And I now look to His Intergalactic Majesty, Count Binface, to close the case for the opposition.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, everyone. So, to fake it till you make it, I am Count Binface, intergalactic space warrior, leader of the Recyclons, a.k.a. a fucking bin. Unbelievable. And I have naturally been chosen to oppose this motion. Goes without saying. But before I start, I thought I should just do a little bit of housekeeping first, just to show you how important it is that I'm keeping it real. I am the only one of tonight's speakers who is not using notes. Why? One, because there's zero visibility in this thing and I can't say a fucking word. But two, because I believe in this cause so strongly, and I'm sure you will soon too. I also thought at the beginning I would pay respect to my colleagues, my teammates, who I met earlier today, just as I was told I would be opposing this motion, and they seemed like lovely fellows. Little did I know that I had a Boris Johnson impersonating Genghis Khan fan. And a colleague whose stand-up repertoire includes Mother Teresa, Princess Diana, 9/11 and pedo jokes. Throw me a bone here, guys. It's okay, though, because far worse than that, Casper did a Cambridge joke, so you're in deep shit. And I have the esteemed support of the genuine wanker. So what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Anyway, let's talk about the speech then. So, to fake it till you make it, let's go. So, Brexit. Thank you very much. You probably want a bit more than that, but you know what? I don't actually need to say any more, because that word on its own sums up what has happened to you guys. Fakery has completely screwed your generation. Fakery by liars who knew they were lying, who put their lies on red buses, 350 million lies a week, and it was bought by a bunch of people who are now statistically dead. And you have got to live with that for probably about 25 years, and none of the politicians are talking about it, because they're scared. They're scared of the right-wing press. They're faking. But not me. I'm here to tell you as it is. Because look, what's going on this week? It's Manifesto Week, which I'm sure the linguists in the room will know. Comes from the root words manifest, meaning abundantly clear, and meaning nothing whatsoever. The Labour manifesto was released today. It might as well be called Fake It Till You Make It. What are they doing? They're saying absolutely nothing at all because they know they've got a giant poll lead and they're so desperate not to mess it up, they thought, let's just keep our mouths shut. It's Jose Mourinho politics. They're parking the battle bus, guys. It's pathetic. But way worse than that are the Tories. If the Labour manifesto is fake it till you make it, the Tory one is underfunded till you break it. 14 years they've been up to that. But okay, I mean, there's always the Lib Dem manifesto, which is, ooh, Ed Davies on a roller coaster. Relatively speaking, quite wise. But the point is, with me, Binface, you get real politics. What do I mean? Yes, I'm an intergalactic space warrior, but I tell it as it is, because I tell you what, I am also a 3-time candidate for general elections against incumbent British Prime Ministers. And I am a 2-time candidate for London Mayor, and I just thrashed by 4,000 votes the fascist of Britain First, which proves... Don't need to fake it. That was real, baby. And that's just starters. Take a look at my manifesto. Are any of the other parties offering to make water buses take a dip in British rivers to see how they like it? No. Is anyone else suggesting that the Houses of Parliament are fitted with a plank so that any MP that breaks the ministerial code is forced to walk the plank, drink the sewage-infested Thames, and it to be broadcast on all channels, including, yes, Rishi, Sky TV, because that's what I call a live stream. I am telling you that the other parties have no idea how much harm they are doing to you with their fakery. It's about time someone stood up for it. And you know what? It's not just Britain, it's America too. I only have to say one word, Trump. What's that? Exactly. Actually, that should have been a lot worse. Hang on, Trump! Now, you guys are a bit fascist. I might have to take you on as well. Anyway, no, obviously, complete convicted criminal arsehole should not be anywhere near elected office, try to fake an election win, and yet he's still allowed to run for president. The point is, guys, 2024 is the most important year for democracy for about 2,500 Earth years. If you're not careful, it's going to go down a Swanee. You need to be real, and you need to tell the politicians it's real. And on that point, not to be funny for a second, do use your vote. Register and make sure you vote, because they do listen and it matters. Because that is being real. Democracy is under threat like never before. The Russians are after it. The Chinese are after it. We've got to do better. Tonight is our chance to take revenge on the Brexit bastards and all the nefarious forces. Vote against fakery. Tell the world that Oxford cares about what's real. Yes, I do appreciate the irony. It's coming from an alien in a bin. Anyway. But I want to do a little bit on my speech about what I believe is an even more nefarious force. And Casper alluded to it in your speech, because there is something out there which is causing the fakery. The deep fakery that is infecting all of us comes down to the internet. I would wager that virtually nobody in this room has actually lived their life without the internet. And all I can say is, you poor sods. Because I believe it is responsible for pretty much everything that has gone wrong. And it all began with a gentleman by the name of Tim Berners-Lee, the supervillain in a dicky bow. And as he created the internet, some of you might know, he said 4 words. His famous quote was, "This is for everyone." Well, I think the question is, how do you say that? You could say, "This is for everyone." Or you could say it, "This is for everyone." That's what he's done. He started a chain reaction which has led to all the shit shows in Brexit, Trump and beyond, and it could be solved in one fell swoop by replacing the internet with the wonderful technology that none of you know about, but I'm going to do this material anyway. Bring back CFAX! Interesting, Chair. How many of you actually know what CFAX is? There you go. That means people were literally cheering for something they've never heard of, and I like that. That shows I'm persuading people. But I want to finish by just going back to the modern politics and talk about Mr. Rishi Sunak, or as I call him, Rishi Soon-axed. Because I argue there might be some serious fakery going on there, you know. We've got to think about this. Could he really have screwed up the D-Day ceremony like that? Could he really have accidentally gone to the Titanic quarter as his ship was sinking? Could he really have just accidentally allowed himself to be photographed literally rebuilding a red wall? I've got a theory. In the noughties, you might know that he was a hedge fund guy and actually bet money against the British economy, which helped tank the UK, but made him a few tasty quid. Well, what is to say, ladies and gentlemen, that right now, Rishi Sunak is hedging against the Tory party itself? It makes a lot of reason. You've heard of the Big Short. This is the short short. Mark my words, fakery is everywhere. If you don't bring it down tonight, it will bring you down. The AI is everywhere. You've heard the Tories say stop the boats. Far more importantly, tonight is our chance to stop the bots. It is imperative, because if you don't do it now, the AI is going to run amok, and the only thing that will stop it is the asteroid that's coming for you, and believe me, that is going to be very hot indeed. And I do know that students like a little bit of a smoke, but trust me, when that happens, you're all going to be seriously stoned. So let's put that to one side. I want to be graciously supportive of your arguments, guys, but ultimately, they just fall down, because there is no alternative. When it comes to fakery or the real thing, tonight is our chance to say there's nothing like the real deal. Thank you very much.